Welcome to the Black Salt Mirror. I hope you can't hear the kids screaming outside, but we will be doing a tarot reading today. It's been nice, and they're out of school now, so they show their pleasure by screeching at the top of their lungs. It seems to be an age thing, but I'm glad that this is a safe and happy community for children. We have the Muse of Emotions from the Muse Tarot and the Ace of Voices, which is kind of like what I was just saying. When you are happy and in alignment with your inner feelings, you can express it easily with your truth. The Ace of Voices is the Ace of Swords, which I always think of as the Sword of Truth. And you can see here, while she's looking away, she's getting this download. This light here is coming into the back of her head. And there's a white owl here, which has been coming up a lot for this collective. I believe these are prayer flags. It was a strong message of peace. Again, we are above the mountains. This has been coming out so much. Relativity to the mountains. The mountains are always difficulty. And this collective keeps coming up as above it or below it, depending on orientation, but never on a path to the mountains, unless there's a portal through, because there are mountains around. And a lot of people see them and think, I'm just gonna have to climb that and go down the other side. And it's some great accomplishment, but if you have the option of flying over, or of just not existing in the same place as the mountains, that's also another option. And then you can put all of your time and energy and blood, sweat, and tears into something else, and climbing an unnecessary mountain. She's drinking something here. It actually looks kind of like a singing bowl to me, but she's drinking from it. It's kind of like, in your truth, you can find your divinity. Water is emotions in the tarot deck, and this is the Queen of Water. And she is expressing her water out. Looks like it's coming out of her heart and her solar plexus chakras. So she drinks from the cup, and then she expresses her emotions outwardly and beautifully and in perfect alignment, because she's mirroring herself. There are things that are coming through to you, these communications, these truths, that you are in a unique position to put out into the world because of the alignment that you have come into recently, because of the emotional stability, the benefit, they're saying, of what you've been through. It's like giving you another cup. It's giving you a source from which to drink. You are now connected to the source of this timeline. She's underwater here, and so this is her element. Not everything can breathe underwater. You have to be equipped for it. You have to have gills or air breathing lungs that can hold your breath for a long time until you come back up to the top, like the mammals. But to exist underwater, you have to breathe through the water. And you are now equipped to breathe through your emotions. You are now equipped to express yourself through your emotions. I'm going to take two off the top. This is the Six of Emotions and the Page of Emotions. There's a whole lot of water. I'll set these down so I can show you. These are other chakras. Here's the heart chakra. And this, it's probably not the root, it's probably the one above it, but in your hips here, as a woman, there's a portal to life. This is where life comes from, the womb. And you can see in there, there's trees and there's light. And from the heart is shining. And the fish are all attracted to these places because you hold within you the warmth and the beauty to give space and peace to others. And you also hold within you your inner child, full of hopes and dreams of travel. I believe this is Neptune over the child's hand. I think Neptune's the blue one with rings. I think the rings are actually oriented this way from our perspective. You felt left out for a long time. See the little woman here sitting and watching? There are many who you had admired and you thought they had it all because they looked like they were manifesting their inner child, and you were out here struggling, suffering, learning hard lessons. It's kind of apropos that the kids are screaming. I hope you can hear them now because it kind of makes sense for what I'm saying. But you're going to find out in the very near future that a lot of the people that looked like they were enjoying themselves and having fun and living it up weren't. There was a large part of them that didn't like what was going on in their lives, because everybody wants something different and everyone feels fulfilled in the things that they feel fulfilled in. You can do someone else's favorite activity and you can be good at it, assuming that like you don't have to struggle through getting good at it. But if you don't love it the way that they do, you're never going to get the same enjoyment out of it. No matter how much you show up for it, no matter how much you make a community around it, no matter how much time you spend in it, there's a point where at the end of the day, you just either like something or you don't like it. And you can never make yourself love something or someone if you just don't. No matter how much effort you put in, no matter how much time or nostalgia. And it's the same with being put off by something a lot of the time. If you had a really bad experience and it soured you to something, there's very little you can do to gain back the enjoyment that you had. Sometimes it'll come over time as the sourness is distanced by time, but sometimes it's just gone for you. Like you'll never be where you were. And so now, with these two cards, you're birthing a part of you that loves your life, has connected to your inner child, who doesn't feel left out. Or maybe you were the person that looked like they were having fun and you saw someone else on the outside and you thought, they actually have options. I feel stuck here doing something I don't like doing that I have to pretend that I enjoy. And they're out there with all these options. Right, because the grass is always greener, right? If you don't like what you have, then seeing anyone else with the option that you don't have is going to be really appealing to you. But maybe they don't like that option either. So everyone can have something that somebody else wants, but if it's not what they want, it doesn't matter. So now you have to connect your heart to your life and the part of you that gives life, not just literally in like having children or raising children or helping others find their truth and their happiness, but in the part of you that lives, like that truly has a life that you can say I'm living, and not just waking up and going through motions and putting a smile on your face. I get this really strong image of someone who's so accustomed to plastering a smile on their face that everyone around them thinks that they're super happy, but they're just going through motions. Like smiling and looking like they enjoy themselves and doing really good small talk and being the life of the party is something that they're just so good at that everyone thinks they're living the best life, and none of it feels genuine. And it's starting to grate, and it's starting to ruin their relationships with other people around them, because you think if they really cared about me, they'd see that I'm not enjoying myself. They'd see that I'm just doing this for everyone else, that none of this is for me. This is not what I would choose. And people think I'm so well adjusted that they ask more of me, and they don't realize I'm absolutely tapped out, and I'm not even giving any of it to myself. I'm giving everything away, making everyone happy, and they're like, oh, this person's great. Maybe we'll invite them here. Maybe we'll ask them to help us with this. And the person's like, I don't even want to do what I'm doing. I certainly don't want to do more than what I'm doing. I want to be doing what I want to be doing, which I haven't done in I don't know how long. There's an important part. So there's, I guess, 3 or 4 groups of people that I'm reading for here, depending on where you fit into, how fulfilled you feel, and how much you've connected with your inner child versus how much you don't feel like you're listening to your inner child, or how much you feel like you want time out. But now is the time where you're connecting these 2 things, the heart and the life giver, and your inner child to your adult, along with the parts of you that feel left out. Now it's all integrating, where you are doing the things that you want to be doing and feeling fulfilled by them. You're not doing things that you don't want to be doing because other people find it fulfilling, so obviously you should too. And you're not doing a whole lot of stuff that isn't getting you where you want to be. And the thing about that is, you are the only one who can change things. And if other people are happy with what you are giving them, they won't take that change well. There's not going to come a time magically in the future where they say, okay, this person's given me enough now, they can go do them. People will lie to themselves and say that you're happy because that's what they want to see. And if you're showing it to them, they have absolutely no reason to examine that further. It takes a very special type of person. If you have that person in your life who can look at you smiling and say what's wrong, those are the kinds of people that you want to talk to. Like, why can you see through this? Why does it matter to you? Why aren't you like everyone else who just sees what they want to see and who lets me present them what they want to see and who doesn't worry about it? So there's going to be a point where you're going to have to separate yourself from a lot of people, a lot of places, a lot of things. And that's going to be a big shift. But it's the only thing that you can do to live authentically. Because pretending isn't getting you happiness. And no one can make you stop pretending. No one can say it's your turn except for you. I've pulled Cardinal from my astrology deck. All of the signs, all 12 of them in the zodiac, are divided into, we've got it in the back of the card here, cardinal, fixed, immutable. And it goes around. There's a cardinal, fixed, immutable water. There's a cardinal, fixed, immutable air. There's a cardinal, fixed, immutable earth. And there's a cardinal, fixed, immutable fire. So each one of the elements has their doers, which is the cardinal. Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn are the cardinal qualities. These qualities represent leadership within the zodiac. Aries, the first zodiac sign, indicates the spring or astrological new year and the birth or beginning of something. Cancer is the sign of summer solstice energy and the abundant wellspring of the divine feminine. Libra balances our scales with the fall equinox, indicating we have made it halfway through the year. Capricorn brings us to the end of a cycle as we spiritually hibernate with the winter solstice. So the cardinal signs start something. And then the fixed signs are really good at staying in something. They're the keep with it people. And then the mutable signs are good at wrapping things up and changing. All right, this is done. This is a cleanup crew. This is what we need to do. It's interesting that the cardinal comes out though, because I keep talking about this big stellium in Aries happening very, very soon, like in a week or 2. I think Mars has already moved in. Mercury's going to move in. The moon's coming. She's 2 signs away now, I believe. And Aquarius and Aries is the first cardinal sign. It's the fire cardinal sign. It's the one that says, I am the leader. I am the emperor. I make the decisions now. I think this is like the New Girl meme. With the one guy standing in the middle. I never watched that show, but I've seen a lot of the memes. It's like, I make the decisions here. I think the other 2 are in a relationship, but I'm getting afield now. This is tying back into what I was saying about how you need to take initiative. And now is the time. in this season. We are in Aries season. It's the beginning of the astrological new year, even though it's not the Roman calendar new year, but that doesn't matter because it's a different calendar. Now is the time to make your plan to live for you in whatever way that is. If it's reconnecting with your inner child, if it's separating yourself from people and parts of your life and like going on a vacation or taking a job abroad or just far away from home. I mean, in America, you can move across the country and it's the same as moving 4 countries away in most other places. But you need to listen to your heart and you need to think, what does living life look like to me? What does being alive, what does living look like to me? Not just like, my heart is beating, I'm awake, I'm conscious, but like, what is living life? Fulfilling yourself, being fulfilled, fulfillment. What does fulfillment look like to you? And there's a time now, coming back to these first 2 cards, where you are being granted grace to tap into that and to fly over difficulties. They're saying you have gone through so much and you have sacrificed so much and you have done so much work that we're giving you a pass. It's like a line cut. It's like, I feel like I know some people who get like the Disney line cuts and it's like a wristband. You can go to the front. You don't have to stand there with everybody else. You can just go right away. It's like that. If it's not a thing, I'm telling you it's a thing. I don't like amusement parks. But this is what Spirit is saying to you. You've been good. We're rewarding you because now you're part of this Light Runners group that's out there educating everyone, putting all the vibes into the world so everyone can benefit and make this new phase a beautiful one instead of like a horrific, destructive one. So you get to jump the line. And we're going to tell you how, if you listen and you take time and stillness. I keep seeing peace flags. I don't know if that's what they're called, but I think they're called prayer flags, but they're saying peace flags. You need to find the peace flags and you need to fly to them and you need to breathe in the mountains and live in the air. And breathe in the air. And the messages will come to you about how to fulfill. I mean, some of you just know what you need to do and you just have to accept the fact that you're going to disappoint a whole lot of people. And that's okay. It's always okay. That's fine. Like, they live for themselves. They've been living for themselves. They've been using you as a resource to gain extra spoons for themselves when you didn't have them to give. Now it's you. Now it's all you. You're in balance and you've got Spirit behind you. You are in harmony with Spirit and you've got the extra cup. It's like the line pass. Extra spoons. To be in harmony because you're giving something, because your happiness is actually giving something to somebody else out in the world. They want you to be happy and they want you to live your true authentic self, your true authentic life that you know in your head and only you can know. It's like we talked a few times ago about like the color chartreuse and how some people really like it and some people don't, and like there's no accounting for taste. You either like it or you don't. It's like that with your life. Marie Kondo your life. Do you love it? Do it. You don't love it? You don't need to give anyone an excuse why. Just don't do it. And it's going to take some practice because people that are accustomed to having your time and your energy, they're going to question you and you'll be like, but why? No, but you need to give me a reason. You don't need to give them a reason. You owe them nothing. You never owe anyone a reason for why you are taking your time for yourself and you're not giving them something. The entitlement is gross and you will learn to see it as gross because the easiest way that I found is to think, would I talk to somebody like this? Would I demand to know why they said, sorry, I can't come? Would I pressure them? Would I be difficult about it? No, I wouldn't. Never. I wouldn't even think of it. I'd never dream of it. Never. And if they're treating you in a way that you would never treat them, then you need to look long and hard at what kind of relationship this is and start pulling yourself away. And if they don't accept the boundary, then maybe that's not a relationship for you. Because boundaries are, I will not accept this. I was given a message yesterday. A boundary isn't, you have to do this for me. And people will co-opt like all the therapy language and be like, oh no, my boundary is you have to go to the grocery store and pick up with it. It doesn't even make any sense. A boundary is, no, you can't come over to my house. If they show up at your door, you don't let them in. You don't answer it. That's the boundary. Because they're still going to try, but think of it as like a physical barrier. I said, you can't come to my house. You're not coming to my house. I'm not coming to my door. No. If you try to climb over the garden wall, I'm calling the cops because it's trespassing. Like sometimes it's hard with some people and they're horrible and really good indication they shouldn't be in your life. So that's a kind of an interesting note to leave it on. I'll pull one more from another deck to get something lighter. But these two first cards that you got, I mean, it's really positive. It'll feel hard because some people don't take it well. And a lot of us were trained to put ourselves last. And even if you know what you need to do, and even if you don't have a lot of people that are going to push back on you, sometimes it's just really hard to give yourself permission to live for you, to love your inner child, to validate her. But the wheel has turned. This is the Wheel of Fortune. There's the snake. I love this beautiful snake. I don't know what kind of snake it is, but it's beautiful. And the crows are there. I see more of them this time than I did last time. Things have changed. And things have changed for you. A lot of people are going to be feeling the chaos and it's going to put pressure on them, but the pressure it puts on them is alleviating for you because it takes their attention away from putting pressure on you. The changes that have happened are for your benefit. And do not go out and help other people struggling through it. They are struggling now because they didn't put the work in before. The people that are going to feel ease with these new shifts are the people who already put the work in. Everyone was told they could. You actually did it. And now the shift is in your favor. So you can take back your time, your love, your self-worth, I'm hearing. You can take back your inner child and you can take back the things that you want to do. And you can take back selfishness because it has a negative connotation. But choosing you is the kind of selfish that you want to be. And even after I shuffled it, the Queen of Pentacles is still on the bottom because she wants to be seen. With all these gold glowing, this is a time of abundance for you. You have come into a time of abundance. You have earned it. You have worked up to it. And it's all around you. And you're allowed to pick it up because it's yours. You don't have to give it to anyone else. It's their journey to find it and pick it up too. It will be available to them when they do the work. But now it's for you because you did the work. So on that note, I'll end it. I love you and I'll see you very soon.